With the NBA Summer League in full swing, let's take a look at 5 players that are dominating the preseason tournament. The NBA Summer League is a chance for us to get an early look at all the high-profile rookies that have just been drafted. This year in particular had more eyes on it than usual, thanks to none other than Victor Wembanyama, apparently the greatest prospect this league has ever seen. From what we've seen, though, he has looked the part, or have some rookies look better than the alleged French demigod? Let's find out and have a look at the rookies showing out in the 2023 Summer League. Keyonte George. Here's someone who's been consistently great in his first Summer League games. Thing is, my guy wasn't even in the lottery. Keyonte George is a 6'4" shooting guard out of Baylor University who averaged 15.3 points per game in 33 outings in his only college year. He had a very clear strength in scoring and shot creation, but scouts were presumably turned off by his questionable shot selection that saw him shoot just 37.6 from the field in college. Not great, if we're being honest, but this hasn't materialized at all in the Summer League. In his debut game against the Los Angeles Clippers, George put up a very impressive 33 points. Not only that, he shot 50% from the field and 40% from beyond the arc, proving that he could be a very efficient player after all. He even scored 17 of his points in the fourth quarter alone to make sure of the win. As if that wasn't enough, he also recorded 10 assists to go along with that scoring outburst. The former 5-star recruit coming out of high school got his buckets while playing in the system and giving up dimes for his teammate too. He had 7 assists with just 1 turnover in the first half alone, before picking up his scoring in the second half. Keyonte followed this up with another impressive outing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He put up 26 points on an even more efficient 9 of 15 shooting from the field and a 50% clip from 3. He also added 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals in his all-around performance that saw him get an insane plus 25 plus minus, meaning that his team outscored the Wolves by 25 whenever he's on the court. Keyonte George has a legitimate chance to win Summer League MVP if he keeps up these stellar, efficient numbers. If he does, or even if he gets close, there's a very good chance of him being an impactful player for Utah in his rookie season. He'll be a very good system player to complement Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, and the rest of the Jazz team in a pretty low-stakes season for them. Watch out for this guy. Cason Wallace. Also having a very impressive start to the Summer League is the OKC Thunder's very own Cason Wallace. The University of Kentucky alum has quite a bit to live up to, being the 10th overall pick in the 2023 draft. The 6'4" combo guard is one of the OKC Thunder's young players out to prove themselves for a spot on the roster. And if he continues to put up numbers like what he just did, be prepared to see a lot of him next season. Last year's 2nd overall pick, Chet Holmgren, bannered the OKC Thunder in their game against the Dallas Mavericks. But it was Wallace who stole the show with his team leading 20 points on 7 of 15 shooting. What's interesting is that 6 of those came from the three-point line, making him an extremely viable piece to line up alongside the Thunder's current stars, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey. These players thrive when driving to the basket and making their moves there, whether to shoot or to pass it out. They didn't really have a great selection of guys to kick it out to last year, with players like Lou Dort and Jalen Williams not exactly being knockdown shooters from beyond the arc. With a player like Wallace, though, comes a lot of valuable spacing that SGA and Giddey will thrive with. A lot of players make the mistake of trying to do too much in the Summer League, trying to catch their coach's eyes. However, it's performances like these that impress people way more, moving off ball, making the right play, and hitting your shots. Cason Wallace will be a valuable piece in OKC's long-term plans if his stroke from 3 holds up. It says a lot that we haven't mentioned his half-court 3 yet, and that just puts a cherry on top of both his game and his selection here. Colin Castleton. The Los Angeles Lakers offseason has been looking magnificent so far, with them having high-quality, sensible signings up to their ears. However, we didn't really expect this greatness to leak into their Summer League roster. Enter Colin Castleton, who went undrafted this year and signed a 2-way contract with LA this season. you better watch out for this 6'11" big man from Michigan. He's had 2 really good performances in the Summer League already, and signs point to more of the same. The first came in a 13.7 rebound game against the Golden State Warriors. Pretty good already, but the spotlight was on another Lakers standout in Max Christie. Castleton made sure that he grabbed all the headlines against the Hornets though, as he put up a beast of a performance with 21 points and 14 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. He showed fantastic fundamentals and even a touch from the mid-range, but his main strength is his feel for the game and ability to make good reads out of the post. He's got the making of a good playmaking big man with the ability to make difficult passes. Admittedly, this production might be expected of someone who's played all their years of college eligibility, but we're still liking what we're seeing nonetheless. With a Los Angeles team that takes pride in their height and length, getting this man on their books is yet another great move. Last time they won a ring, they had a plethora of big men in their rotation, and getting one who could produce at an NBA level right away in Castleton is yet another step in the right direction for this organization. Scoot Henderson. We actually reserved the last 2 slots for the 2 biggest prospects in this year's NBA draft, and we'll bet you know who both of them are. Let's start with the 3rd overall pick, a 6'2" physical specimen, Scoot Henderson. Henderson is being primed to take the place of the departing Damian Lillard as the main man of the Portland Trail Blazers. He had an extreme amount of hype coming into the draft, looking more and more NBA ready seemingly every time clips of him were uploaded on social media. Big, fast, strong, athletic, and a nice shot from the mid-range made fans and an NBA teams be sure that there's actually 2 generational players in this draft, not just the guy we're going to talk about later. Fans even had legitimate debate between either of them going 1st overall after a game between Henderson's Ignite and Victor Wembanyama's Metropolitans 92. In his 1 season with the G League Ignite, Scoot averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. He didn't shoot it particularly well, but as we've seen, that's pretty common in younger prospects. That didn't deter the Blazers at all, and it definitely didn't deter fans from tuning into his Summer League debut. The Marietta, Georgia native did not disappoint, in the few minutes he played anyway. In just 21 minutes of play, Henderson put up all-around stats of 15 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists before getting off the floor due to an unfortunate shoulder injury. He showed why he's the real deal with his plethora of steady ball handling and smooth mid-range game. Looking forward to seeing more from him for sure, but we don't expect him to play another game in the Summer League. Shout out to Jabari Smith though, who's having a hell of a Summer League campaign so far. He scored 33 points in the game-winning heave in that game against Henderson's Blazers. Victor Wembanyama. Of course, we can't end the video without talking about this man, Victor Wembanyama. Social media has not kept quiet about this man since he got drafted, and boy, did we see how fickle NBA fans are with Vic's first 2 outings in the Summer League. We know that Wemby didn't exactly start off great, with just a 9-point outing against 2nd overall pick Brandon Miller in the Charlotte Hornets. Even so, he had a really great start with a block, a rebound, and a nice dime for his teammate. He followed that up with a great catch and an and-1 play. He may have scored just 9 on 2 of 13 shooting, but he also did record 5 blocks. Not totally surprising for a 7'5" dude. Also not surprising, for us at least, is the way he bounced back with a monster 27-point, 13-rebound performance against the Portland Trail Blazers. He showed his ridiculous bag with crossovers into pull-up middies, graceful post moves, rim runs, and fadeaways to go along with 3 more blocks to add to his collection. We're not going to go on for too long here because, well, you know how good this man is and how many more performances like this he's going to be putting up. As good as advertised, it's certainly looking like it, which is saying something considering how hyped up he is. But guys, that's it for our list. Which rookies have you been impressed with this Summer League? Who do you want to see more of? Tell us in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos like this, don't you forget to destroy that like button and hit that small red button down below to subscribe to this channel. This has been the Players Discussion, and we'll see you in the next one.